Hey everyone, welcome back to the neighborhood. I feel honored to have the TK2 in the house for review prior to its launch on 11/11 of 2021. The TK2 is a portable DAC amp that is ran off its own internal battery, which is charged via a USB-C port. Data transfer occurs via a separate USB-C connection, and the TK2 outputs unbalanced via a 3.5mm output and balanced via a 4.4mm and 2.5mm output. So this is a balanced DAC amp with dual ES9038 chips, all in a somewhat compact, mirrored finish metal box that is about the size of two iPhones smushed together. In any case, as you'll soon find out, at around the price of $259 USD, this thing may be one of the best values in audio right now. So let's get into it. So I've already spoiled the build a bit here. It's a mirrored metal box with silver sides and a bottom and a black mirrored top. I like the look of this unit that was sent to me, but apparently there's a matte black option as well for those that would prefer that look. The weight of the unit is 10.3 ounces and it measures 1 inch in thickness, 5¼ inches long, and 2.75 inches across. It is a bit bulky in the hand, but I'm willing to forgive this for this unit's power and versatility, which we'll discuss later on. The back of the unit consists of two USB-C connections, one for charging the 5000 mAh internal battery, which Tri claims will last up to 9 hours, and another for data transfer between your computer or your smartphone. I'm not sure if it will affect its battery life over time, but you can keep the charge going during playback. There's also a switch between variable and line out on the back of the device, which renders the variable volume knob on the front of the unit inoperable, in case you'd like to use this unit purely as a DAC. By the way, running the line out mode works from both balanced outputs and from the 3.5mm unbalanced output as well, in case you have a separate balanced or unbalanced amplifier to run from this thing when you're not on the go. The front of the unit includes a 2.5mm and 4.4mm balanced output, and a 3.5mm unbalanced output, and the volume knob, all of which sport a gold accent color. The ridged volume knob turns rather easily, and it's somewhat recessed to prevent accidental movement. The top of the unit displays colored indicators, which light up to show its various PCM and DSD codec capabilities. Tri boasts that the TK2 is capable of 32-bit 384 kHz PCM and DSD 256 natively. However, when using Roon, I was unable to get Roon to recognize this device for native DSD playback, and I had to resort to DSD over PCM DOP mode. As this device is brand spanking new, I'm sure this is something that can be adjusted in the future with drivers that weren't available to me at the time of this review. Maximum power output from the device is listed at 1250 milliwatts at 32 ohms respectively, and the amplification section utilizes AB power, which is somewhat unique for a headphone amplifier. Nevertheless, this unit does get slightly warm to the touch, suggesting that it's biased towards the A portion of the circuit, at least early in the throw of the potentiometer. Nevertheless, this puppy isn't hurting for power. No matter what I threw at it, it sounded good and it could take it. It pushed the DT880 600 ohm special edition balanced with gusto, and ran my Mark II Argons with ease. The 300 ohm Sennheiser 6XX was also not a problem for this little powerhouse, and I was able to drive them sufficiently in both balanced and unbalanced operation. There was even enough current for the thirsty Dan Clark Audio Aeon Open X and the Meze Empyrean in conjunction with its 2.5mm silver-plated upgrade cable, as it was just a joy to experience with the TK2. This Tri DAC amp could also do no wrong with IEMs, no matter what I threw at it. The Canas Pro and the TFC No. 3 benefited from the TK2's power and were enhanced by its detail-oriented nature of its dual DAC chips. The Ico OH10 and Tri's own i3 Pro sang like dreams, and I'm not sure they ever sounded better to my ears. Even sensitive IEMs like the KZ-ZSX had a black background, which is surprising to me given its current capabilities and power handling. But be forewarned, the volume wheel was sensitive with IEM use, and only slight adjustments from 0 were necessary with most IEMs. Nevertheless, there was no balance problem from left to right or anything like that which you might get on other devices. But let's get on to the sound. The sound profile of the TK2 is very pleasing and linear, with some declining sub-bass and upper treble presence. In other words, the TK2 has trailing tails, if you will, towards its upper and lower extensions. But in specific case of the TK2, I'd say that it is lacking more sub-bass than treble presence in comparison. Because of this, the overall tuning is very polite and inoffensive. It's never harsh and never too bassy. Mids are neither too forward nor too recessed, but rather clear and acceptable to the ear. Vocals are right on the midline, and despite its propensity towards elevated volume, there is a slight softness to the individual quality of its notes, which I'd characterize overall as inviting and pleasant to listen to for hours. The soundstage is open, mildly airy, and slightly reverberative without going too far into echo. The TK2 has an excellent sense of spaciousness to its general presentation, with good dimension, reliable distinction between instrumentation, and enhanced breadth between discrete musical notes. Furthermore, the sound of each note almost had a polished, sophisticated elegance to it, as if a craftsman had painstakingly filed off the rough edges of each note, just for your ears. Whether one prefers this type of sound or not will be up to personal preference, but I enjoyed the TK2 quite a bit. In fact, right now, this may be my favorite DAC under $1,300. I was surprised that such sound quality could come from such a small device, which was not only produced by the Chinese market, but also marketed to the portable marketplace. To my knowledge, this is Tri's first attempt at either a DAC or an amplifier, but if the TK2 is any indication of what this company is capable of, then I'll look forward to hearing other devices from them in the future. In the end, the Tri TK2 is simply a value device at $289. It's a quality DAC with a powerful built-in amplifier that is capable of driving just about everything under the sun, from headphones to in-ear monitors alike. It's a unit for those that are unwilling to compromise power or sound quality, even on the go. And with that, I'm out for now. But before I go, make sure to like and subscribe here, and consider following the channel at all its other access locations, including the Instagram, the Twitter, the blog, the Discord, or become a member of the Patreon. The Patreon is only $1.50 a month, and it gets you access to early written reviews from me before they hit the YouTubes. So consider supporting the channel if you can, and have a great 11/11.